It's Chris Brown on this one, falling 8 minutes after 6 o'clock. Welcome to the Beyond the Scoreline with myself, Tindachiko, also known as DJ Tindo. Now, if you're a big fan of TUT sports, you would know that the USA Winter Championships is currently going on. So I'm just going to give you a few results of what has been happening lately. Let's kick it off on day 2 with the volleyball. The men were able to defeat NWU 2-1, and then the women lost, unfortunately, to SU, which is Stellenbosch University. They lost to 2-0. But when you look at the hockey updates on day 2, unfortunately, the men suffered a 7-0 loss to the University of Free State. But the women on the other side, they really tried their best, and unfortunately as well, they suffered a 3-0 loss against ETA. But netball, there's a bit of light. The men TUT 65 and UC3 lost at 33, and they also played another game with UJ. Unfortunately, they lost that one 57-48, but the women as well have also been taking it to the top, winning a 63 win against UKZN, getting 33, and the TUT won again against an NW Val with the 69-25. So the netball women's team is actually doing one of the most. But another one that I'm also excited for is the rugby championship happening in Ekabeja, which is with the Walter Sisulu University. I need to get a quote. It's Matibas. Yes, Matibas in PE. On day 2, the men won 53-5 to VUT, and the women also won 12-0 against NW Perker. For the women, that is a big win for them, because NW Perker is normally one of the best teams when it comes to women's rugby in varsity. But which means now that both the teams, the rugby girls and the rugby for men, are going to the to the final on Friday. It's even a bigger shot for the TUT Vikings, because if they get to win the final game, they will be able to play in the relegation promotion game against SPU, which is the university in Kimberley. Now, if you know, in 2024, the TUT Vikings have been relegated, and in 2025, they tried playing the promotion relegation game again. Unfortunately, in fact, they could not play the promotion relegation game because there was a team that was not supposed to be in the pool when they played in the USAs in the University of Pretoria. But now we have another shot again, and if we win, then we're able to face SPU for the promotion relegation team. Now, when we win that game, it gives us a good chance for us to come back to the Varsity Shield and make TUT rugby great again. My friend, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But after this, I want to chat to someone that loves sport, but you will never see in the faces, in the screens. But she's the reason why all the athletes are doing good in the team. It's coming up after this.
Tshwane FM Extra.
When they score the winning goal, but very few people they don't get to be seen on these TV screens, on these playgrounds and all of that, because they are doing the work behind the scenes. Have you ever asked yourself who prepares these athletes, who helps them recover after getting injured, or who ensures that they are stronger physically and mentally, or maybe who helps them become the future stars that they are in their hearts, right? Today joining us is Susanna Ama, an athlete, performance specialist, and a sports scientist, who's passionate in helping athletes unlock their fullest potential through science, education, and long-term development. She has a lot of belts under her name, but I want to officially welcome her on the Beyond the Scoreline. Welcome, Susanna Ama, right?
Yes.
Amazing stuff. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Amazing. So on Beyond the Scoreline, we have this exciting feature we call Susanna 101. Tell us about who you are, where you're from, and how you got to where you're at today.
Yo, how much time do you have?
It's been a lot, eh?
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So my background, I come from a Christian home, grew up in Joburg.
Amen.
Yes, Christian school all the way through to matric, and then moved to Pretoria to go to university, studied sports science at UP, both undergrad and honors, then started working at the HPC, where I still am right now.
Right now. I want to understand something. You have so much love for sport. Why?
It's the thing of having impact on someone's life in a way that you can physically see them action out that impact in the way that they win, or in the way that they learn how to move well, or they achieve their sporting goal. Just that fact of having impact in someone's life through sports.
Through sport. Have you ever been maybe someone that once played sport?
Yes.
Which sport did you go for?
Netball and athletics.
So what happened to netball and athletics before becoming the specialist that you are now?
I was never that good. I was good,
Yes, yes, you were good.
I was good.
Yes.
But never made the national teams and all of that. I feel like in my life I didn't have the correct support, didn't have the education to be able to get to that level. Hence going into the pathway of sports science.
Because you already mentioned that, I want to go into it. Tell me the importance of one getting support in anything they choose. I wanted to be specific on sport, right? Why is it important for one to get support from home, from friends, from family when they do sports?
The sporting world can be brutal. If you don't have a good support system in terms of your family and your friends, when you lose a match or you lose something that you really wanted, there's no one there to comfort you in that situation. And then from the other side, the physical support, maybe a physio or sports scientist to get your fitness up there. You can be talented, but we can just take you to the next level with that support.
For you, which sport did you have more potential in between the netball and the athletics?
Netball.
Netball.
Yes.
You rocked in netball.
I was so good.
That's good. Also, with me, because you mentioned the fact that the support is quite important. I remember a stage in my life as well where I was in a serious phase, where a career determining space, because I made it to the Bulls, but it was very difficult because it can also be mentally straining. You're always competing, and it becomes difficult for you. How were you able to stay sane throughout the times, knowing that sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you're not even winning against the competition? How did you stay sane?
Depends on what your motivation is. Why are you doing what you're doing? Where do you see yourself going? Yes, there's going to be challenges along the way. Maybe you lose a battle here or you lose a match here. But what is the ultimate goal? What do you actually want to achieve? And that should be the driving force, that mental factor to keep you going.
You worked with the Tuks football women's team, right, in the league that they were in. Right now, I want to understand from you, working in such spaces, what is the biggest lesson that you've ever learned?
The biggest lesson I've ever learned is to remember that there are people too. Yeah, if I can elaborate on that, is that we're always chasing performance and things like that. We're always chasing results. But at the end of the day, it's the people that make those things happen. So if you treat them as people, you will get the results that you want out of them.
And how did they perform in the league?
So the league is still ongoing.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's still ongoing. In our stream, we currently sit as number 3.
Number 3?
Yes, number 3.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So there's still potential of you guys taking the league?
Yes, there is. The league is still ongoing. We've only played 4 matches out of 14. So we still have a long way to go.
Quick question. This one is off the script. Is TET in the league as well?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, have you guys played against us?
No, so you're in a different stream actually.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 streams, 7 teams per stream. So the top 4 at the end of the 14 games will play against each other. So hopefully we'll both be in the top 4 of our streams and we'll meet each other at the playoffs. Yes.
All right. So, okay, let's go back. You in UP, you studying varsity. Let's talk education now. How was it for you studying sports?
It was very exciting. I think because I enjoy sports naturally. So studying sports became something that I enjoyed. It was never difficult. Even
never.
I've never difficult.
So can we both agree that you did very well in education more than in sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense if you say that you've never struggled as much when it comes to the education side of it. Maybe can you share some of your fun moments studying?
Oh, most fun moments. Okay, so part of the curriculum is that you actually have to play the sports. So each quarter you play a different sport. And obviously me with my netball background, anything with the hands, I'm good. Basketball, I'm okay, catching a ball. But when it comes to things like football, which is ironic because I work in football.
In football, yeah.
So being able to kick a ball is something that is laughable. For me, it would become a meme if someone had to record me kicking a ball. So from my studying days when we did football as a practical, the most difficult thing was kicking that ball. Yeah.
Okay, let's say now you have to choose outside of, you can't choose netball, you can't choose what else, what other sport are you good in? It's netball, athletics, and okay, you mentioned football was a bit difficult for you. Let's say you get to choose 2 other sports you would play. Which sport would you go for?
I would go for figure skating.
Figure skating.
I know, it's very out there. Figure skating.
Wow.
Reason being,
okay,
you have to be really, really, really strong, but make it look seamless.
So how strong are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
7.
7.
Yes.
How often do you go to the gym?
Twice a week,
Okay, I believe
try.
you.
You
I
can
believe
see
you.
it.
All right, another sport?
The other sport I would try out swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would join you on that one. Swimming is quite cool. Amazing stuff. It's still Beyond the School Line with myself, Tshwane. We're having a chat on Susanna Ama, right? She has a lot of belts, and we still need to discuss that right here on Tshwane FM 93.6. 6 o'clock. It's Beyond the School Line with myself, Tshwane, and Susanna Ama in the building. Often you hear people say that this athlete is very talented. But from your experience with working with elite athletes, how much of it comes from the talent and how much of it comes from the preparation that goes in behind the scenes?
It's 50-50. So you have a talented individual and the support that goes into it and behind the scenes and the work that happens in the gym, the conditioning is the other 50%. That is actually what defines you as an elite athlete and separates you from the rest. Speaking
about that defining part, right? I want to know from you, right? What was your defining moment? I'm still stuck on the fact that you had to leave netball and athletics to be a sports scientist. What was the defining moment for you?
So in my matric year, 2017, Tux happened to win all of the varsity cup tournaments.
Yes, I remember that here.
Yes, netball, rugby, everything that you could have thought of. And I thought to myself, this is actually what I want to do. As much as I want the spotlight for myself, if I can help someone get to where they need to be and have that impact on their life, I've done my job correctly.
What separates a good athlete from a horrible one?
Behavior.
Okay.
The way in which you carry yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
Simple. Just the way you carry yourself.
Maybe have you ever came across maybe difficult athletes to work with because of mainly the behavior and how they carry themselves? Would you mind sharing?
Without mentioning names.
Okay, no names. No names.
Confidentiality, Copy Act, everything. Athletes with attitude problems, not being able to listen to authority. I once had an instance in the gym where I'm instructing a child, you need to do this movement and you need to do this weight. The weight happened to be too heavy for her. But I told her, no, you have to stick to that weight. There's nothing else you can do. So she decided to sit, cross her arms and say she's not going to do it anymore. So what I did is stop the entire session. I said, okay, everyone, we're going to sit and wait for this girl to do the work. Until she does the work, then we get back into it.
And I know it's not coming from a bad place because you really want them to do better. You always want them to push their best point, right? So now, how are you able to sit down and deal with such things now? Because you already mentioned now that you had to wait, everything had to stop for them specifically to do what they have to do. how do you normally go around I don't know how to put it. Maybe addressing such behaviors.
Yeah. So that one was an extreme case. I would never actually do that on a normal basis. But it's a case of pulling that person aside, explaining to them, this is the reason why we are doing it, and educating them actually. This is how it's going to help you in your sport. Because I think a lot of those things come from a lack of understanding. So when someone understands why we are doing what we are doing, then they buy into it.
It makes so much sense. So besides the behavior, right, what are some of the common mistakes that athletes do or make? Maybe young athletes?
Doing too much too soon.
Okay.
I think that's a very common mistake. So if I give the example of football, how do I get fit, right? That's often a question that they ask. I want to run fast. I want to have good endurance. Then they end up running every single day for like 90 minutes straight, not realizing that they're actually killing their body doing that. Like, recovery is important.
Very important.
So doing way too much too soon without that proper guidance.
It makes so much sense. And I used to play rugby, right? And in rugby, there would be some people that would inject steroids. Some would take the steroids, the tablets, because there's the, not that I know, but yeah, some would take injections, some would take pills.
Yes.
Do you know maybe what are some of the after effects that come with such? Because I know athletes can be big on steroids. It doesn't matter which sports you're on. But what are some of the side effects that come with it?
Oh, so some of the side effects is immediately you'll feel like your performance improves, but long term your performance will actually decrease because of it. You become reliant on it. You cannot perform without it. And if, for example, you get tested or whatever the case is, you get banned from the sport, that's also another side effect of like getting banned and excluded from your sport for years. So better to actually just stay away from it as a whole.
Because it does. I do have friends that I'm low-key starting to pick up that they are, it's either they underperforming now or they're starting to have health issues, like the heart as well. Sometimes you get heavy breathing. All right, Susanna, you work with women,
yes,
all right, in sports. I want to know from you, with young women, how often is it important for them to be able to stay in the gym and consistently be training? I'll tell you why I'm asking this question.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very difficult for women to always surpass their BP, their base point, because sometimes they want to be comfortable, you know, and not to push themselves. How important is it for them to go to consistently train, rather?
So from a general population perspective, let's leave the elite athletes to the side. It's going to help you do your daily activities, like if you have to pick up groceries or if you have to pick up a child, whatever the case is, just being able to be strong enough to be able to do that is very, very important. And also for longevity, you know, strength training helps with the bones, and we know that in women they can have a deficiency in their bones, weak bones, all of those things as they age, as they hit menopause, those kind of things. So it's very, very important to be in the gym. To answer you specifically, twice a week is more than enough. More than enough.
You mentioned menopause, right? Why is it important for a coach to understand the female body?
Female body very different to the male body.
Very.
And you can't treat it as the male body, mainly because of the menstrual cycle. So understanding what are the hormones, what are the changes in the body during different phases of the menstrual cycle, and then furthermore how that affects performance. How does that affect how they feel? How does that affect how they perform on the field or on the court or whatever sport it is?
It makes so much sense. Why is it important for athletes to get education?
Why is it important?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, like a lot of mistakes come from a lack of understanding. I believe if you understand the reason why, if you understand the reasoning behind a certain movement or a certain exercise, you'll buy into it more, and then you'll see how it relates to your sport more, and you'll feel more motivated to do that because you want to be better at your sport at the end of the day.
I'm liking what the SAFA is doing right now. we're gonna speak about that just later on. They are forcing, or not forcing rather, but they emphasizing the fact that every young athlete should go to school. Because normally in the history of South African sport, you would find that young athletes, right, they would make so much money in their time, in their prime time, and then unfortunately you can't play sports forever.
Yes.
It comes a point where you have to stop or retire.
Yeah.
And after that, they become poor. They don't have education. So for the fact that South African sports people are pushing that narrative so much, that make sure that even if you're playing, study as well. We're going to talk about SAFTA just after this. But for now, I want you to hold on to Sashimi with the Alex Mali. So I've decided that we're going to play a nice game. It's called This or That. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, so do you want us to go netball, or soccer, or maybe athletics?
Let's go soccer.
Soccer.
Yes.
International or local?
Local.
All right. So you're going to choose. It's either this or that. I'm going to start with the famous one. Chiefs or Pirates?
You. Pirates. It's not even a thought.
I think we can close the show. We're done. All right. Pirates, okay, or Sundowns?
Contrary to where we are currently, Pirates.
Okay, Pirates or, let me go a bit local, Jomo Cosmos.
Still Pirates.
Okay, Jomo Cosmos or Free State Stars?
Free State Stars.
Why Free State Stars?
Give the underdogs a chance.
Because I'm trying to take it way back.
Way back.
Okay, but no, let's mix it. Free State Stars and Cheaper United.
Chipper.
Richards Bay or Cheaper?
Chipper.
Tax or Wits?
Oh, come on. Tax. It's easy.
Okay, this one is the last one. But you need to get this one correct. There's a correct answer to this one.
Okay.
Tax or TUT?
Can I whisper the answer? Because I know it's the wrong answer.
Oh, I know. We don't want to hear the answer. I think we're good. So for many years, right, conversations around women's health in sports were ignored. Thankfully, that's changing. But how important is it that young girls rather entering the sports receive the right support from the get-go? I'll tell you why. It's very difficult for a young lady to tell their parents that when I grow up, I want to play soccer. Because it seems like a far-fetched dream. It's not really something that would normally happen. So let me hand it over to you.
So sports is always seen as more of a boys' thing, you know, with the way that it can be so physical. I wouldn't say violent, but more physical, you know, in contact with someone, if it's rugby, for example. And it's always seen that women can't get into physical things like that. They must be soft, they must be, you know, dainty and very, very sweet and gentle. But sports is not that for them. It's a very misconception that girls can't do that too.
Yes.
Whereas they can, and they actually should be encouraged to get involved from the beginning.
Makes so much sense. Why should parents understand the youth development?
If a child can move well, they're set up for life.
Yeah.
So from the get-go, you should ensure that your child knows how to move, knows how to squat, knows how to jump, how to lunge. All of those things also to help prevent injuries later on in life. You can get an injury from walking up the stairs, for example, if you miss your step. And if you don't know how to move well from the get-go, that could be something that could happen to you.
Earlier on, you mentioned something about athletes also being human. Do you think sometimes we put too much pressure on them winning?
Yes.
A lot.
All the time.
But why should we, if we both know that they are human beings at the end of the day?
Because at the end of the day, results speak for themselves. And it's either a win or a loss. Most of the time, it doesn't matter how you win or how you lose. If you did not win, you did not achieve your goal. If you lost, you still need to go back to the drawing board and come back. It's a sad reality, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just knowing that they are humans, people do make mistakes, and these things happen. You can't control the outcome.
And unfortunately, sometimes you play in bigger spaces, right? Where there's a bigger audience and there's a lot of fans.
Yeah.
And like also, for example, the Bafana right now,
Yo.
they... Unfortunately, right? But there are some people that made mistakes. I mean, in the first game, there were apparently red cards. You know, it's a mistake one can't afford, right? But how would you advise a young athlete that makes a big mistake at that age or in that specific stage in life, because it's a very high stage if you're at the World Cup?
Yes.
So how do you advise one that made a mistake in such a huge stage like that?
A mistake is always an opportunity to learn. So if you're not learning from that mistake and trying to do better when you come back, it's a wasted mistake. Like, it's never wrong. Like, you take Bafana for example. We lost the first match 2-0. Second match we came back. Third match we came back even stronger. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, we got out round of 32. But they went back to the drawing board to find out where did we go wrong and how can we fix it. Same with a young individual that wants to be on that stage one day. If you make a mistake in front of the crowd, in front of big players or whatever the case may be, go back and think, okay, what can I learn from this mistake going forward?
What habit should a young athlete develop?
Discipline. Yeah. Discipline, dedication, motivation. Yeah.
And motivation, right?
Motivation.
Good one. We're still having a chat on Beyond the Scoreline. Susanna is in the building. But for now, quickly, I just want us to pay the bills and give you something on. The name of this beautiful song is 10 minutes before we hit 7 o'clock. But in the studio, we're still chilling with Susanna, right? Her nickname is Sue. I like that one. Now he is Sue, right? I want to speak about the fact that you are working with the Safa Girls Academy. How did that come about? Because that's a huge milestone, in my opinion.
Yes.
How did it come about?
So they approached the HPC and they said, okay, we need sports science services, and I was the one assigned to them.
Wow.
Yes.
So what do you do exactly when you're with them?
So provide everything and anything sports science. So help with their physical conditioning, whether that's doing running on the field or working with them in the gym, helping with recovery, giving them tournament and competition support. If there's injuries, speaking to the physio, okay, this is where they're at with the injury, getting them back onto the field. And then sitting down and communicating with coaches that, okay, your session is too difficult today, we need to make it a little bit lighter tomorrow. So that athlete monitoring as well.
That's beautiful, right? Before we wrap it up, what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned in that space, working with top tier people like that?
As in the athletes or the coaches?
The coaches this time.
The coaches. It's tough.
You used to working with the athletes.
Yeah.
The coaches are the mindset behind it.
Yes.
So how is it?
It is very, very tough because coaches can easily write you off if they see that your knowledge is not up to scratch. So it requires a lot of work on my end to make sure that I speak the same language, football language, not actual dialect as the coaches, so that we are on the same page and I'm able to execute what kind of support that coach needs.
So was it difficult? Would you say was it difficult when you just got there, having to understand them?
Extremely difficult, because these are national coaches, you know. These are coaches going to World Cups and things like that. So being able to have that level of professionalism that they're used to, bringing that to the table was the most difficult thing for me.
It makes so much sense. So there's a young girl out there. She wants to be in sports. Maybe she's not very good in sports, but she just wants to be in the space, maybe be a sports scientist as well. What advice would you give to that lady?
You have to understand what your why is. What is your reasoning for wanting to be in that space? And then use that as your motivation. If I take myself as an example, I wanted to be an amazing netballer, but that just wasn't God's plan for me.
Yeah.
So my why had to change to be able to have impact on people's lives.
Makes so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You've been truly amazing, and you have so much wisdom. That's why I insisted on asking a lot more questions, because I feel like you have a lot of knowledge that someone needs to hear when it comes to sports.
Yes.
Before we go, I have another game. It's just a quick ball of fire.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay. You've mentioned your favorite sports, right? But the biggest myth in athlete performance. What's the biggest myth in athlete performance?
There's so many.
I need one.
Oh.
Let's go.
The biggest myth is that you can do it on your own.
Most underrated recovery tool?
Sleep.
Morning workout or evening workout?
Morning workout.
One habit you've mentioned the habit that every athlete should develop. One quality every champion possesses?
Being humble.
One book every coach should read?
A strength and conditioning book. Any strength and conditioning book.
They should read that one. All right, your biggest motivation?
The kids.
The kids. The kids.
The kids.
They are the future.
Yes.
The kids. All right, last one. If you could change one thing in African sport, what would it be?
Exposure. Yeah. There's a lot of talent in Africa. We just don't know about it.
Wow. Once again, thank you. You have been amazing. All right, one more.
Yes.
We're in the second half of 2026. What are your plans? What are you still hoping to achieve in this year?
The second half, I have so many tournaments and competitions coming up. Varsity Cup, Football USA, Basketball USA. I hope to win them all.
You want to win them all?
I want to win them all.
Okay, let's be realistic. Which one do you think you're going to win in?
Varsity Cup, football.
For the girls or the guys?
Both. I think both.
For your own information, TUT is also part of those games.
Well, we'll meet in the finals, hopefully.
All right. Unfortunately, my friend, good times do come to an end. This has been Beyond the Scoreline with myself, Tendai Tikoa, also known as DJ Tindo. Sue also joined us, blessing us with amazing knowledge when it comes to sports. We have to open the way for the man himself, the hip-hop hookup, Mr. TJ Trapstar, the one that's rocking the airwaves every Thursday night between now and 10 o'clock. Please stay tuned and listen to him. Otherwise, from me, stay blessed and stay highly favored. And always remember, what is your why? That's what's going to keep you going. This is how we wrap it up.